All right, enough of this ASMR stuff. It's leg day. And we are sub 19 weeks out from our first pro show of the season. So I'll do a full recap on, food, etc. once I get back to the house. But today, we're gonna smash out some legs. It's my leg B workout, so I got 2 workouts of everything, 2 sessions of everything. So today is slightly less volume and only 1 compound. On the other leg day, we've got RDLs as well as a hack squat or leg press. Sometimes I'll swap them out on how I feel. But today, we're just gonna go with the leg press. And I'll start abduction. So do a little bit of primer work here. I'm gonna do 1 set abduction, 1 set adduction. Just get a good squeeze. Nothing too wild. Just stuck in here. Beauty. Got the glutes firing. Game plan this whole off season was have dug in glutes, and I'd like to say that we managed that for the most part, to be completely honest. I'll definitely throw up some progress photos of where we were peak off season last rookie year that we competed, which was 2024? Yeah, end of 2024. I believe the last show was in November of 24. So I'll throw up some comparisons from the starting point of that prep versus this prep. Maybe I'll do it right here and here. And vastly different, which is phenomenal, because last competitive season we started at 22 weeks out or 23 weeks out from the first show, and I think we prepped for a total of 28 to 30 weeks. Because a few shows were spread out. We did 3. So this year, we are starting at 17 weeks out, which is quite nice. So we're definitely going to enjoy these last couple of weeks of the abilities to have off-plan meals with the wife. So I'll go ahead and we'll do that this weekend. But enough of that type of talk. We'll do 1 set adductors now. We got to work. Oh. Ugh. Definitely a weak point for me is the hamstrings. So we've got more volume on this. I got 4 sets in total. And partial reason why it's a weak point for me. So I used to play football way back in the day. Tore my ACL, my right knee, and they took out my semitendinosus and made an artificial ACL. So right knee or right leg is obviously missing one of the hamstrings. So I've always struggled with a bit of a compensation issue. And I think with that too, kind of resorted to me having tighter hip flexors to a degree. And some pelvic issues. So higher volume on this, 4 sets total. Normally it'd be 2 sets on everything. So the higher volume definitely has helped me bring them up. So it's just a matter of continuing to upkeep this recovery and performance as we dig into prep. It might become a point where we pull back on the volume slightly, but obviously for now we're cooking. One thing you always see me do is flip back and forth to the prior session. That way I can kind of see where performance was. I'll make notes on certain days indicating, how the set felt or how I felt in regards to, sleep maybe being off or anything like that. So definitely if you're not using a logbook, it's quite useful, it's versatile. It allows you to stay on top of things. So if not, get on top of it. Leg extension time. So we've got 2 sets here. And normally keep the same weight for both sets. Shooting for 10 to 15 or so. And one thing I do, sounds odd, but leg extensions, I find a lot of people could probably benefit from this, to be honest with you. And it's just simply strapping into the actual machine. If you could take one extra muscle group out of the equation, aka your grip factor, your forearms, and just stay glued to the machine, and all you're really thinking about is just pulling your ass into the seat via just your, shoulders, because your hands are pretty much attached to the machine at that point. It's just one small thing that I've found made a difference in regards to my overall connection with the exercise. And again, it's just by taking one thing out of the equation. So see if that helps you. Another thing too that I've been making sure to do is naturally your body wants to make any sort of exercise easier. And any sort of quad direct movement, you tend to want to, like a leg press, flare your legs out like this to get deeper. But enforcing internal rotation from the hip and keeping the knees and ankles and toes and hip all stacked in one, you're putting a lot more emphasis on that quad. So quad in regards to leg press, hack squat, leg extension. On the leg extension, you'll see people want to rotate out slightly. Force that hip to stay straight, and you'll get a lot more bang for your buck. I mean, I don't have the best quads, but I've put a lot of growth towards them over the last, 14 to 18 months. And it's just by doing little things like that and getting the most out of any given exercise. So keep that in mind. See if that helps you if you were one with smaller legs, like I once was. Still am to a degree. Excuse me. So yeah, I'm gonna get tucked into this. Strap them in. So again, knees naturally want to fall out like that. Force them in. Keep them there. Oof. 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 First set down, jump into the second set there, and set in itself was pretty good. Down a touch in actual reps this week, down 2 reps. And the reason why I use that pen and pad is because I write notes. And even though we're down in overall reps from the set, the actual execution of the set and connection with it was better than the last time. So even though volume is down, I think this is only a step forward in my eyes. There's more than one way to progress things. And for me, overall connection is more important to a degree than volume of reps that are had during the set. You do a bunch of junk volume, junk reps, but if I can do 8 reps as opposed to 20 and get a fuck ton more connection out of it, count me in. So I'll take that as a W. Anyways, enough talking. We'll do the second set. We'll see you on the next exercise. Come on. Yep, fuck you. All right, last leg exercise. We go. Standing single leg hamstring curl. So as you can see, a lot of this workout was based around hamstrings. Total of only 8 sets, fractional leg work, but it's bang on. Alrighty, that's it for leg movements. The Jocko? It's Jocko? No, Willie. Hey, girlie. Oh, yes, hi, babies. Hi. Hi. Okay. Such a little turd. See? Nope. Okay, enough. All right, back in the gym. And we can talk now because Chanel is up and at the gym herself. And the reason why I don't like talking in the morning when recording stuff is because I get up at an ungodly hour and Chanel's a light sleeper. So the less noise I make, the less trouble I get in, essentially. So making our post-workout meal now, which is identical to our pre-workout meal. So we got 150 grams cream of rice. We got 150 grams of berries. I like strawberries. Get these guys out. One. A little baby one. Boom. 150 on the dot. And we go 40 grams of isolate. So this is cookies and cream isolate. Reaching the bottom of the bag. Good thing I got another one. Save that for later. And then we add in about 3 grams of salt. Beauty. And some cinnamon, because why not? And that's it. So cook this bad boy up. And this has been my staple post-workout meal now, geez, for quite some time. A, it's quite low volume. B, it digests super well for me. And it tastes fucking amazing. So why not just keep it in? Obviously, as time goes on, it either goes up in regards to the carbohydrate content or down, depending on the needs. So I get this down the hatch and chill with the pups for a little bit. Do some work first for clients. The way that I run my client work, which has worked for me quite nicely over the years, is unless you're in contest prep, but check-ins, I always have people submit the day before. Because again, I get up very early in the morning. So on rest days, I'd already be done my client work by now. And it is, I don't even have a watch on me, but It's roughly 5:30 in the morning, 5:45-ish. So I've been up now for already 3 hours. So if it was a rest day, all client work would be done for the most part by now. But I got clients to send them in the day before. That way, because I do get up super early, I could just work on it ASAP as opposed to waiting to have people send their stuff in and then get to work. You know, it's sent the day ahead of time so I can get to work as soon as I'm up, which I tend to do every single rest day, when it's a rest day, or on training days as soon as I'm done working out. Which is great because I can get the responses back to them before they're up for the most part. Of course, during prep, when clients are in prep, it's a bit of a different story as I'd get their check-ins done that exact same day. So yeah, that's always worked nicely for me. So get this meal in, get my second coffee in, watch a little bit of YouTube, work, pup time. So hopefully that leg day brought to you a little bit of information, some key tips on how to maybe increase the overall worth of your leg sessions. And yeah, let me show you Nilla. She's looking quite cute right now, just staring at me. So I'll flip the camera around, see if I can do this easily. There's Choco. Happy boy. Then Nilly, just staring at me. Look at this little bean. How could you not love her? Oop.